Okay, let's unpack this. We are diving deep today into the sources around Troy Devine's full spirit living philosophy.
Hmm.
And it's a really fascinating blend. You've got entrepreneurial insight, some pretty high level philosophical claims, and this really compelling personal story all rolled into one.
And our mission for this deep dive is to immediately map out the architecture of his approach. We're going to look past the marketing and
Right.
see how he actually defines this search for purpose. We're focusing on the core mechanics, presence, purpose, and this really powerful concept he calls the soul gift.
Essentially, we're trying to figure out his blueprint for moving someone from lost to found. It's a huge claim.
It is. It's a bold claim, and it needs a strong foundation.
So what is that foundation?
It's his holistic human theory. Our whole scope here is understanding how this theory promises that if you master this specific combination of presence and purpose, you can unlock a fundamentally purpose-driven life.
Okay, so let's start right there then. The holistic human theory. What is what's the core of it? How does he define our place in the universe?
Well, what's fascinating here is that he doesn't just see us as, inhabitants of the world.
That's separate from it.
Exactly. He views us as completely integrated with it. The theory positions humans as, and this is a quote, vessels through which life experiences itself.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not just fluffy language. It immediately elevates the individual's role from someone who's passively seeking meaning to someone who is actively creating it.
That puts a tremendous amount of weight on the individual, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, if I'm a vessel for life itself, then the stakes are suddenly incredibly high for what I do every single day. The sources emphasize that we're not only blessed to have arrived as a human, but we now have this mandate to put their individual stamp on the world.
And that's exactly where the idea of the gift of life itself comes in. Devine is saying the whole search for purpose is flawed because you already are the gift. The search isn't for something external you have to go get. It's about accepting this intrinsic inherent value you already have and then figuring out what to do with it.
That framework is compelling, but it raises a really basic question. If we are all walking around as the gift of life, why are so many people feeling, completely miserable and lost?
Right.
What are the specific problems he's trying to solve?
He really isolates two core pain points his philosophy is designed to fix. The first one is that exhausting chronic state of running around trying to find your life purpose amidst the chaos of everyday life.
The hamster wheel.
It's the hamster wheel of endless thinking, yeah. You're just consuming every book, every course, hoping for some answer from out there.
And the second one feels deeper. That feeling that life is simply on repeat, where something just doesn't feel right anymore.
Exactly. It's not that active chaos, but more of a passive dread that you are fundamentally misaligned with something.
And that misalignment is the key signal.
That's the key signal. If you accept the premise that you are the gift, then the frustration is just coming from suppressing that gift, which leads to his immediate and very counterintuitive advice. He basically shouts it, stop chasing your life purpose. It's not the way.
Okay, wait. If I stop chasing purpose, which is what, society tells us to do, what am I supposed to do? How does he manage that practical tension between a philosophical shift and, real-world bills?
And that's the crucial bridge into his methodology. He argues that chasing purpose is external. It's desperate. But finding purpose is an internal, deliberate act. He says he has done the work to move from chasing to unlocking.
Unlocking.
And that unlocking is fundamentally tied to his central mechanism, embracing presence and purpose.
So if chasing is the old way, what does embracing presence actually look like in his framework? How does presence lead to this soul gift?
Presence, in this context, is the operational requirement. It's the ability to focus your awareness right here in the now. And that's necessary for what he calls the retraining of the mind.
Retraining from what?
Well, the sources suggest the mind is currently trained toward external chaos, past regrets, future worries. You have to retrain it to focus internally to discover your unique gift, your soul. And that, in turn, unlocks the abundance he talks about.
So presence is like the tuning fork that allows you to hear the frequency of your purpose, which is already there.
That's a perfect analogy, exactly. If you accept that your soul is your unique purpose, then presence is the silence required to actually listen to it. The soul gift, then, is the output of that listening. It's the unique contribution that only you can make.
Which leads right to that mantra we see everywhere.
Lift your gift. Lift the world.
That makes the process sound very accelerated, though. Does he present this as a slow, gradual awakening, or is there an element of rapid transformation here?
Oh, there is definitely an emphasis on acceleration.
Yeah.
For listeners who want to move fast, he offers what he calls the explosive fast-track path.
Through a one-on-one coaching.
Right. And the goal is rapid application. It's about owning your life while creating immediate impact in the world around you. It's not just for understanding. It's for tangible, immediate action.
And this action is meant to completely change our internal emotional landscape. The journey he describes is moving beyond fear, worry, and frustration into a life filled with courage and kindness. That's a huge psychological shift.
It is, and the shift starts by reframing the negative emotions. If fear or frustration is what causes us to chase external things, then courage and kindness are the internal resources you need to accept and activate the soul gift. The whole philosophy is about substituting external coping mechanisms with internal alignment.
Okay, to give this framework some credence, we have to understand Troy Devine's own journey. He's selling a transformation he claims to have personally completed. What's his credibility story?
It's the classic hero's journey, which is why it resonates so well. He hit his low point. He says he crashed and burnt at age 35, felt completely lost.
And that led to a dramatic change.
A huge change. He walked away from a high-paying 9 to 5.
And that moment is so key because walking away from the perceived safety of corporate life is the ultimate act of abandoning that chase you mentioned.
It totally validates his advice. He didn't just walk away and then start coaching on theories. He built a 7-figure enterprise as a direct result of applying this philosophy. He became an entrepreneur, a therapist, a podcaster, a best-selling author. He basically reverse-engineered his own fulfillment and then systematized it for others.
And the scale of his reach is significant. He mentions helping thousands through therapy and interviews. This isn't just about selling a book. He's running an active practice.
Absolutely. And one of his most visible resources, the one that really demonstrates his theory and action, is his podcast, The Soul Gift.
Right.
It's not just a marketing tool. The metrics speak for themselves. 1 million downloads, highest ratings. That kind of reach suggests the message is really resonating with people who are searching for this.
So what does he promise listeners will gain from tuning in? What's the practical outcome?
The list is aspirational, but it's directly tied to the holistic human theory. It's a shift that brings abundance, health, longevity, meaning, and greater purpose. These are the external manifestations of that internal alignment. If you're living your unique gift, these things are claimed to naturally follow.
And we can see the philosophy in practice just by looking at the podcast episodes he features. The titles alone kind of illustrate the mind retraining he's focused on.
For instance, episode 51 with Barty Somerville, How to Live an Aligned Life. That directly addresses that second pain point, that feeling of being on repeat because you're not aligned.
And the one with Dr. John DeMartini, Frustration is a Gift. That's incredibly illuminating. It connects right back to that emotional journey. It suggests frustration isn't a signal to stop,
but a signal that you're misaligned and you need to listen closer. And episode 47 on exquisite self-awareness is just the practical implementation of presence. It suggests the level of awareness you need to identify the soul gift is profound, not passive. All these topics reinforce that the answer is inside, and it requires active mental work.
This moves us perfectly into the actionable insights. How does he translate these deep philosophical ideas into daily practical advice for you, the listener?
I think the most important principle, the one that acts as the practical ruler for mind retraining, is the mantra. Where your attention goes, energy flows.
And he follows that with the directive. Use your attention wisely.
Right. This is the physics of presence in his system. If you aren't present, your energy is scattered everywhere and nothing flows towards your gift.
He applies this directly to the dissatisfaction people feel in traditional jobs, too. I noticed the reference to the JOB concept in that article from Lost to Found.
Yeah, he uses that common kind of derogatory acronym for the corporate grind, just over broke or something like that, to define a situation where you're trading your life force, your energy and attention for a minimal return, instead of investing it into your unique contribution. It's the total opposite of the soul gift.
And the blog also addresses the internal tension of being frustrated by living two lives. That's where the attention principle really hits home, because you're splitting your energy between a job that doesn't align and your soul gift, creating this constant draining conflict.
That tension is his market. So to bridge the gap from that pain point to his high-level coaching, he provides a really clear commercial value proposition. He offers a free 2-part training.
And he makes an extraordinary claim about this free training, doesn't he? It's the result of 1,000+ conversations and $100 K in education.
And he claims it's worth around $2,700.
So what's the strategy there?
That valuation is totally strategic. It's designed to establish immediate, undeniable authority. By giving away something that he positions as so comprehensive and highly valued, he demonstrates his expertise. It transforms the conversation from just selling a philosophy to providing a proven, proprietary system that he invested heavily in.
And this trust is backed up by some pretty serious external validation. The entrepreneurial community seems to really endorse this approach.
Yes, and the testimonials reinforce the central ideas of his philosophy. John Lee Dumas, for example, says, "If you're ready to turn your gift into gold, my man Troy Devine has got your back."
That directly links the abstract gift to tangible gold. It marries purpose with professional success.
And Amy Porterfield's praise speaks to his authenticity as a guide. She says he's always allowing me to share from the heart, always feeling inspired after working with Troy.
Which is key.
And Pat Flynn's description of the gift as being like discovering a superpower really captures that transformative impact. These endorsements all validate Devine's claim that unlocking your internal self leads to extraordinary, measurable external results.
So synthesizing everything we've covered, Devine's system is really a holistic self-acceptance model. Purpose isn't a goal to be hunted down externally in the chaos.
No, not at all.
It's a feature that's already installed in you, just waiting to be unlocked. And the key is embracing presence and fundamentally accepting that you, the individual, are the gift.
It's a powerful internal shift.
Yeah.
It invites you to stop exhausting yourself searching for the right path or the perfect plan, and instead to retrain your mind to prioritize presence, making your inner voice the primary guide to action.
So for you, the listener, if you find yourself at that crossroads in life, hungry for more mindfulness, meaning, and magic, this holistic theory suggests the immediate starting point is self-exploration, fueled by intentional presence. It's about becoming that vessel, but with profound intentionality behind every single action.
And that leaves us with a provocative thought to mull over as you step back into your day. Given that powerful idea that where your attention goes, energy flows, just take a moment to honestly identify what fundamental part of your current daily routine is getting the majority of your energy. Is that energy flow aligning with the unique gift Devine suggests you are meant to lift? Or is it simply flowing into the chaos you're trying to escape?